this button, and then say, yo, what up? What up, what up, what up? We today are opening up some retro boxes here on the channel. Big shout outs, big thanks to Rochester CCG for sending us some retro boxes. So we're gonna take them one at a time, starting with some old sets, and we'll see what we crack, see what we pack. The reason that big shout outs again to Rochester CCG that they have sent me this is at the last Wednesday of every month, right here on my channel, there is a webcam Wednesday that is a retro formatted tournament. So the last Wednesday of every month, if you want to play with your awesome retro cards, you may in a tournament setting by signing up. So without further ado, let's get to cracking some boxes. Our first box, nice and easy, is gonna be this box of Blood Omen, one of the first sets that I actually got to play with and got to be a part of the spoiler. Or is Blood Omen first, or we're gonna open the Blood Omen box? Actually, no, I think we're supposed to open up the Mega Man box. All right, the first box that we're gonna open up with is gonna be this Mega Man box here. One of the first sets that I got to play with, I think it goes Mega Man and then Blood Omen, timeline-wise. If not, it's fine. One of my favorite characters in the entire game is inside of this box, and that is Dr. Wily 2 Dot. It's the character that actually put TamCardwell on the map. It's the character that I got my first regional top cut with. And so I'm really happy with it. And I'm pretty sure it might not be true for the Super Bowl boxes that there are box toppers on these. Yes, that is right. There's just a loose dark laser, just big chilling in the box. No pack, no wrapper, no nothing. 4/2, 4 mid for 4, 2 high block is powerful 2. This deck is -1 damage and +2 to its powerful rating. Add a safe attack from your discard pile to your momentum. This card's so good. I remember this card killing people all the time. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Okay. So our goal here is just take a trip down memory lane. Twitch chat, if you guys have any oh, they have the openings on the wrong side. That's weird. If you guys have any questions about any of the cards that we are opening, please ask them in chat. I would love to take you guys on a bit of a history lesson if you are interested. Man, opening these packs is truly sending me back in time. like insane. I took Nightman to my first nationals ever after they banned the character that I was trying to play. This is him. This is Nightman. All right, let's read him. Form once per turn. Your next slammer weapon attack this turn gives +X damage. X equals the highest print difficulty on a card in your rival's card pool. And then response committed foundation. After you block an attack, that attack does not clear from your opponent's card pool during the end phase. So the idea is that when you block their attack cards, the next move, the first move that you play, or whatever move you play, gets really big. Yeah, very cool. Let's actually leave out the rare, and we can leave out the character. I think that was 3 cards to the back, so we might be able to do the Pokemon trick here, where we open up the pack, toss through the back. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. So I should be able to go like 1, 2, 3. Put these in the front, and then we should be good. The last card should be the rare. Yamato Man, Capsule Zap. Yes, we definitely need a playset of those. Back when 3 diff attacks were crazy. Ooh, yo, I could get Tengu Dives in this pack? I forgot that Tengu Dive existed. Whoa, and then this should be my last one. My boy, it's Dr. Wily 2. So here is the ultra rare character slot. So back before packs had guaranteed characters in every pack, right? We got an ultra rare character, and it took up an ultra rare slot. Yeah, that is 1 ultra rare down. Oh, they don't have the little tear corners. Yeah, there were 2 ultra rare characters inside of this set in the form of Mega Man 3 Dot and Dr. Wily 2. Mega Man was a stacking character. And Dr. Wily was a crazy defense, crazy disruption character, just destroying all of your rivals' cards. So our big hits out of this box, for me personally, are things like Skull Fortress 2, and meta-wise, things like admission fees. Admission fees are a really big hit. And we can talk about other stuff. There's other cool ideas, like I wouldn't say no to some amount of Turbo Slam, I think is transform. It might just be called Transform. Tengu Dive is a good hit. Scorch Wheel would be a cool hit for me. Petrol Power. This card, I used to want this card banned. 2/5 non-block. After you play this card, if you have 3 or more foundations added to your stage, response. After this card is added to your staging area, your next text turn got +2 damage. So it gave you an extra resource to commit stuff, and it made your next move better. This was premium back in the day. We've got a new rival. 4 months per turn, discard a character card, redraw a card, and then E, your turn, commit, gets 1 damage for each character in both staging areas. The Cardwell is bringing his Mega Man cube to Atlanta. You should come cube to this if you got time. I love that. That'd be super fun. Love cubes. I wish I had enough bonus cards to cube. Dr. Wily. Put this a little more centered. Samurai Errata. Hey, does this one look familiar? 1/5/3 low block. E, ready your opponent rival foundation. This deck is +1 speed, +1 damage. Whew. What's a cube? So it's a collection of cards. I hate this card. This card's so good. It's a collection of cards that you get to just draft from without cracking additional or opening new packs. Arrogant and overconfident. And let's make this a fair fight. One of my favorite cards in the game. This card's so cool. Form commit 1 card in your rival stage. That could be their character. I play this action and I just commit your character for free. And then after rival plays an ability as an rival cards in their hand, draw 2 cards and discard this card from your card pool. So it was either if you draw 2, I draw, or I just turn your character sideways. Let's make this a fair fight. What a terrible name for, hey, I'm gonna turn off your defensive character. UVS Retro Cube sounds like it goes hard as fuck. So I know that our current world champion, Nick Reagan, will be bringing a Retro Cube to Atlanta, which at time of recording is going to be happening. So I'm not... if you guys have not played on a Retro Cube, I absolutely recommend it. It is dope. So many Dr. Wily comments and uncommons. I love it. So in... And then, boop, Gyro Attack. This card was pretty good in Akuma. Add a face down card from your card pool to your momentum. This deck gets, and its multiple copies get +2 speed. So it's a 5 diff, 4 mid, 4 mid for 5 that cleared the progressive. Imagine this with Echo now, right? Like you Echo and then Gyro Attack and then give it for the multiple. Pretty good. Pretty good. As long as it's big enough. Dr. Kaiju, Nick's cube is one of every card in UniVersus history. Or UFS's history. For at least the Jasco sets. So anything that I'm opening today. Opening this pack is terrible. How do I do it? Any mission fees yet? Nah, no. Not yet. It is very big and very fun. It's some, again, I actually think Kitchen Table UniVersus is some of the most fun you can have with this game. Like if somebody came up with like a commander style format that you could play casually, it's so good. Night Slam, and then Stronger Than All. Destroy, return this attack to its printed damage. It gets -1 damage. Pretty good. That's a lot. That card's not very good. I think they discarded 3,000 plus cards. I mean, that makes sense. Oh, I dropped it. We dropped it. I got a 1, 2, 3. I think I get to do this trick with everybody. Sword Man. So my plan is for... Wow, Capsules have another one? I'm so in. My plan is for the next retro event. In order... I'm going to plan on... trying to play as many of these retro cards as I possibly can. Solar Powered. Your next mid-attack gets +1 damage. For destroy, look at the top card of your deck. Add it to your hand or momentum. Man, these Chaos decks would be pretty good at this. Some of my locals have been working on a Brawl format, 40 plus cards singleton UVS. I mean, I don't hate it. I would want the deck size to be higher. I don't mind a 100 card singleton format. I think UniVersus actually could make do with it. I think UniVersus could make do with it, truthfully. Even like 100 card singleton, it would just like let you showcase like a bunch of cool attacks, and a bunch of cool foundations. And, like things would be so random. Oh, Mysterious Mr. X. This card's such a sick one of. But I would love to see a like what the 40 card singleton format looked like. Fought against Proto Man in the retro week. Was fun to play against. Agreed. I also fought against that same Proto Man. Right now it's just standard for in between round locals fun. Okay, I dig that. I just like want I want retro to exist, and if you make the format singleton, then that means that the cards I think drop in price a little bit, because it's okay if you get rid of your playsets. Right? Like, you get to get rid of homing missiles. Holy cow, this is a huge get, actually. 4/3, 3 mid for 4 with a 1 mid block range. First enhance, destroy one of rival foundations. Your opponent can lose 3 vitality to cancel this. So there's a 5 diff of this that exists in standard now that nobody plays, but as a 4 diff, this card's very good. Been waiting for a retro deck to play Vicious. Truthfully, if the Vicious and Spike starter decks are like incredible value if you want to play those characters, and I think they're very good. Specifically the Vicious one. I think Vicious is really, really strong. Another Capsules app. Turbo Slam. You have one? Hell yeah. It is certainly worth it. Tango Dive! 1 of 4, baby. 1 of 4. We need 3 more. This is one of my favorite cards in the whole game. It's a 4/1, 4 high for 6. It combos with a ranged card, so it's not ranged. You gotta find an opener. It says, if this attack deals damage, add it to your momentum. Period. And then combo enhance, draw X cards. X equals 4 minus the lowest control check in your discard pile. So it just plays one checks, and every time you play a Tango Dive, you just get to draw 3 free cards. What a huge get. What a huge get for old TamCardwell. This box so far has been very awesome. Not enough Skull Fortress 2s, but what about some character that forces you to build a singleton deck? I mean, you can. Like, that's fine, but, like, whatever. Can you redeem these packs? You can. They have the little skull on them. It's a 1-check. That card is broken, actually, because there's ways for you to pick it up, and when it hits, it just goes to your momentum. And so you draw 3 cards, and then it's crazy. If I find more Tango Dives, I will play a Tango Dive deck on one of these retro webcam days. I just gotta find more Tango Dives. These packs open like garbage. It's crazy. It's crazy how bad these packs open. They're all lonely. Yo, they had to errata this card, right? No, it's the other one. It's the other one they had to errata. We might see it. Premeditated. Love that. Chivalry and Honor. Napalm Slam. Peace Interrupted. Respect for Yamato. Egg Drop is a card I was looking for my Vega deck, actually. I just didn't own any. I wanted to play Egg Drop, but I just didn't have any. Flying Yamato Spear? Yo! Holy cow. Is there an October Deck Talk channel right now? I don't believe there is, but if you sign up, if you're going to Atlanta and you sign up for the Deck Talks right now, I will do one after we get done with the 6 boxes. My plan is to do this, open up these 6 boxes, and then do the do 5 whole deck docs for people who are going to Atlanta. Budget constraints. Astro Crush. I bet this card's really good. Hold on. This deck gets multiple X. X equals the number of character cards in your staging area. During your end phase, add all multiple copies of this attack to your staging area face down. This card might be really good. I wonder if there's a character in Standard, one of the stacking characters that like wants to play this. Like Kurama or something. This is the card they had to errata. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Diplomatic. Was that Order Water? Good Order Water? Yeah. So Diplomatic. Response check a 5. After your opponent removes any number of cards from their card pool, they lose 2 vitality. So back in the day, whenever you would remove any cards, it meant leave. When any card would leave your rival's card pool, and that would include like the OG original printing of this card, in how the rules worked, said whenever you cleared cards out of your card pool at the end of your turn to build them down. So when you build your foundations, sometimes you would just burn for 2, and they instantly had a day 1 errata it and be like, due to a rival's effect, or due to their effect, which is very funny. Oh, did you build 3 foundations? Take 6 damage. Flail and Shield. Yeah, it's very, very funny. Yeah, back when like the wording on cards was like a little weird. That is technically how that card read, by the words remove, which is why we have things like clear and discard and spend now. It's just like the wording is like so much clearer on our cards than these old relics. Last one. Master of Weaponry. Man, I always wanted to play with this card. This card was always almost good enough. Foundation's been destroyed this turn. Change the zone of your attack to high. You destroy if your opponent's foundation. If one of your opponent's foundation, due to their ability, commit it or destroy it. Like, it was almost good enough, but like, just never found any love. Its cost was just like a little too high, you know. Yo, speaking of a card I hated Somersault Kick. We'll read it when we get there. Is it just me? Is there a lot more that commit than flip cost back then? Yeah, so committing says that you get to keep the card on your board. Flipping says that it was a one-time use ability, and you get to still spend it to you still get to spend it to pass checks. So this card changes zone. This attack zone to high. This attack gets -1 damage. Add a face down card from your opponent's stage to their card pool. So it debuilt them 1, stuffed their card pool 1, and base set it got a bunch of bonus damage. This card was very silly. Oh, I dropped my Samurai Roboto. I have 100 Petro Powers. Bird of Prey. Bird of Prey. First form, draw a card, only playable if you've got a card with a 1 in your discard pile. And then response before your draw step, shuffle any number of cards with a control check 1 from your discard pile into your deck. So it was a 3 diff, right? So it was a risk. But as soon as you got this out, as soon as you check your first one, you were +1 hand size for the whole game. Because it was just your first form to draw a bonus card. And then whenever you needed to draw all your 1 checks, you just put them back in your deck. This card is dope. Kleptomaniac. Second Mega Man. Go with that 1 check deck check attack. Yeah, it was a Tengu Man deck. Yeah, Tengu Man is all about those 1 checks. 1,000 duels. I think this card is super playable now. E, your turn, flip, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Add all slam or weapon cards from to your hand and discard the rest. Under the Death in Order with AOT out with all those weapons. I think that card is actually playable. This card got errated. Response, flip, after you check a 1, recheck on a 1/5/3 mid block. It now says response, spend a momentum. Flip, after you check a 1, recheck. Because that card was a little too good. Phil Birch won too many cards with that one. Card was a little strong. Last one. Ready to pounce. Response, after your ready phase, your rival reveals 1 random card from their hand. If it was a high block, they discard it and draw a card. Form commit. The next attack you play this turn gets +1 damage for each of his abilities. Seal that attack. Wow. Very cool. As a way to I forget his name. It's not Tiger Man, Claw Man, no. Slash Man, named Slash Man. Slash Man cared about having sealed attacks. Very Ryukyu-esque. Feather Shot's crazy. If you have fewer foundations in your rival, it gets multiple too. 1 mid block. That card was nuts. We should have been playing more of that. That Breaker 1. That card was silly. Night Slam, and then Gravity Hole. This card also got errated. This card does not count towards progressive difficulty, period. It was a 3 diff that just didn't count. So it was the freest 2 low for 4 of all time with like a 2 mid block Breaker 1. You would just like slam 3 of these in a row and go, I guess now I'll start my turn. Looks like we got 4 packs left. Still haven't hit either of the 2 big rares that we want of Admission Fees and Skull Fortress 2. Those are the big hits for me personally. Tengu Man! Look at that thumbs down. Alright, so here's Tengu Man. Response commit. Your attack gets +1 damage and +1 speed. X equals 4 minus the lowest control check in your discard pile. So E commit, +3/+3 on a move. And then response discard a momentum, or discard a card. After you check a 1, that check gets +2, playable while committed. So your 1 checks weren't 1 checks in Tengu Man. They were 3 checks. Bet people wouldn't be cowards about 3 checks if we had Tengu Man back, or cowards about 1 checks if we had Tengu Man back. Last card, Tornado Hold. All right, 4/1, 4 low for 6. Range reversal, so you can play it on your rival's turn after you block something. After this card is checked in order to play a foundation, that check gets +2. So sometimes this wasn't a 1 check, it was a 3 check. And then enhance, if this attack was played as a reversal, ready 2 cards in your stage that had not been ready this combat phase. That includes your character. So you could enhance, commit Tengu Man for the +3/+3, and then use Tornado Hold to re-ready him back. Very cool card. A third Mega Man? Yo, Napalm Man? Let's go. This guy's hella banned. This guy's crazy. That guy was forced to get a reprint. Napalm Man is correct. We got one. Admission fees, baby. Enhance add the top card of your deck to your card pool face down. This deck has +2 or -2 speed. And that's it. That's all that card does. But very good for Akuma. Akuma Retro incoming. Hey, we do have a Street Fighter versus Darkstalkers box. We might get him. You know what would be another really good hit for me personally? Unlimited Blades. Like breakdancing? Yes, but this card's even better because it was not once per turn. Yeah. The power of dark energy. All right, let's read this one together and tell me people weren't playing this card. I think it's crazy. After this foundation is destroyed, if you have no momentum, add an ally attack from your discard pile to your momentum. First form, destroy. For the rest of this turn, whenever you play an ally attack, it gets +2 speed and you may change its attack zone. So this card is just destroy for all of my ally moves to get +2 speed, and I can change their zone for the rest of the turn. If you're playing like a dedicated ally deck, it was just like, oh, destroy, I'm going to kill you. All right, chat. Last pack. Last pack of our box. Okay, I'm gonna move this guy. Kleptomaniac, Lonely, Feather Shot, Racing Rivals. Whoa. And we ended it with Skull Fortress 2. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's go. This card's crazy. All right, response. So all ally attacks get +1 speed. That's its terrain ability, right? Because it's a terrain, so everybody's ally cards. And the response after one or more of your foundations are destroyed, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an ally, you may add it to your staging area face down. So you build it face down. So after I destroy a foundation, I might be able to just build one build one back in. What a crazy get. Huge get for me. Yes. All right, let's run back through the, I'm going to kill these characters. Let's go back through the rares and ultra rares that we got in no particular order. We'll start with the box topper, I guess. So here it is. Was the ally keyword good in retro? Not really. Not really. It was only really Dr. Wily stuff. The ally keyword didn't get really kind of crazy, honestly, until MHA, right? With Tokoyami caring about ally stuff. And then, Coda caring about ally stuff afterwards. Was this Skull Fortress 2 fittable in the retro format in last year's Nationals? Yes. I believe the deck that won that national event was Dr. Wily 2. Just because like card like Dr. Wily 2 destroys a foundation to give his moves +2 damage, and if they hit, you destroy a foundation, and then he gets to replace it back, right? You destroy it face down, your attack gets 2 speed. If it deals damage, your rival destroys a ready foundation. And so you would destroy your own foundation with Dr. Wily, and then just respond with the Skull Fortress to build your foundation back, and then your move hit because they got +2 speed, and then they would destroy their foundation but not get it back because they don't have Skull Fortress. And then our last card, nothing personnel, kid. Yeah, how awesome. Again, big shout outs to Rochester CCG for letting me open all these cool retro packs. If you liked what you saw retro-wise, you can come play in the Retro Webcam Wednesdays that we have at the last Wednesday of every single month. But with that, we'll see you in the next one.